I met Dr. G in 1984. He came to train a group of us in New Jersey. He taught us about the 9 animal systems. He talked about the 9 levels of courage, the 9 lives of a Bondo man, the principles of offense, the principles of defense. He talked about growing up in Burma. He talked about some of his fights. He trained us in Bondo kickboxing, hand-to-hand combat, the kukri, the fist stick, the short stick, the cane. Each day, this 3-day training, marathon training session, each day was no less than 12 hours. At the end of that marathon training session, I was filled up, and I went to Dr. G, and I said to him, I want to be a part of this. I want to be your disciple. Dr. G looked me right in my eyes and said, by eternal law, when the student is ready, the master will appear. Long before this occurs, the student will have met the teacher through the various personalities which have guided him along the path. When the student is ready for the next phase of his training, the appropriate instructor for that next phase will come to him. True students and masters, true initiates rather, and masters do exist, but they do not advertise. In the end, one must always remember that there is only one true master, the inner self who hides behind the mask of the apprentice. Those words enlighten me. They've stayed in my heart ever since that day, and I've been with Dr. G since 1984. And I've learned many things, and I'm very appreciative for the growth, development, improvement that I've encountered under and with Dr. G. He's like a father, a friend, a brother. In 1986, I went to my first Bondo Kickboxing Nationals. I was beautifully prepared by my instructor, Tahir Khalid, one of the best kickboxers of 1975, the early 70s, according to Dr. G. As we drove up to the Athens Armory, Tahir looked at me and said, I hope you get one of Sam Jones's fighters, because Sam has the best fighters. I did get one of Sam's fighters that night, and I had a good night in 1986. When Sam came to congratulate me, I was immediately struck by 3 characteristics that Sam had: strength, authenticity, and humility. When Sam shook my hand, I could feel the strength in his hand, but more than that, I could see in his eyes a strength of purpose, a strength of character. When Sam congratulated me, it wasn't a perfunctory congratulations. It was heartfelt. I really felt Sam meant his congratulations. He was happy for me and my victory. And then the humility it took for Sam to congratulate someone who defeated his fighter. And Sam doesn't know this, but he's a role model to me and a barometer of those 3 characteristics: strength, authenticity, and humility. And I've sought to emulate them in my own life ever since. And I want to welcome you to the reuniting of the Warriors Foundation event. And I'm privileged to acknowledge the great work that Sam Jones and Dr. G have done for the Bondo kickboxers and Ohio University boxers while they're still physically present.